Felicitas how she felt when she was initially diagnosed.
You know, before I answer, I just wanted to thank Dr. Parker for inviting me to be here. Being here at Morris Cancer Center and a part of this trial, I feel very passionate about that. I feel like it is literally saving my life. And so I just, you know, I actually asked her, I'm like, Dr. Parker, if you ever need me to talk to anybody, I'll do it because it's something that I feel very strongly about. And so I'm here, I'm happy to be here and share my story with you guys and my experience. Obviously, you know, when I was diagnosed, I was 33 years old. I have 3 kids that are 5, 3, and 1. And so obviously when something like this happens, you think like, well, you know, what a ripoff. This isn't fair. I'm like a first grade teacher. I teach little kids to read, and I have this really great family and this really fabulous husband and stuff, and it's how could this be happening to me? I'm only 33. So you definitely go through all these feelings of being in shock, and then just being really upset. And honestly, I've never even really shared this with anybody, but you know, with my husband, I said just, you know, everything I've read and the size of my tumor, and I'm probably gonna die. And that was what I was kind of preparing for in my head. Like that's what's gonna happen, because that's what happens to people who have cancer and have this size of tumor, and then we're gonna have to deal with all these reoccurrences, and this is just gonna be going on forever, and eventually I'm gonna die. And so my husband is like, what? Like, no, you're not. Like, this is what we need to do. And obviously, this is something that I would not even able to be at this point, feeling positive about my disease and feeling positive about my treatment if it weren't for my husband and my support. So, obviously.
And as she so eloquently states, cancer doesn't just affect patients, but cancer affects families and communities. And that's what it's all about, is helping find better treatments so that our patients and their families will have the fulfillment in life that they want. And could you just comment on how you feel now?
Well, I feel teary-eyed. I feel like this trial, I mean, I've never, you know, Dr. Esterman talked about the screening process and how you have to be high risk, and I've never prayed so hard, like I hope that I'm high risk. I hope that my biology is so messed up that they want me in this trial. And I did, and I made it. Like I feel like I won, you know. I'm in this trial, and for the first time, I really felt like I'm gonna live, and I have a lot of life to live. So I'm happy, and I feel really positive. I feel just so thrilled that I'm physically, you know, I'm in week 10. I have my chemotherapy tomorrow, and I just feel so thrilled that I'm physically able to be here. This isn't my real hair, but I have a big wig, so.
And tomorrow is their 6th anniversary. And finally, Felicitas, what message would you give to this community of physician scientists and new treatment developers?
Obviously, all of you guys, I don't know what to tell you what to do, but I would like to thank you, first of all, for having brilliant ideas and for, you know, taking risks and doing the research and the work that you do, because it's really this trial really, and the Morris Cancer Center, I can't say enough about them, is really what's given me hope. And the work that you do hasn't just given me hope, but more importantly, my family, my 3 kids, everybody around me that loves me. You know, I've gotten so much support, not only from my own family, but people who can relate, who have a daughter that's 33, who, all my friends, and so it's helped me. Like it's given me a feeling that, you know, I'm going to live, I'm going to survive, I'm going to live the life that I was meant to live. But it's also given my family and my kids a lot of hope. So I would just say thank you. That's what I would do. I would say thank you, and to continue to do the work that you do, because this is obviously a collaborative effort, just like my disease is a collaborative effort. So.
I think we have time for one question from the audience.
As long as you don't ask me what I Spy trial stands for, I
I'll
can
prime you on it.
answer the question. You guys must be curious about something.
Dr. Lowy.
Can you tell us about the process when the trial was being discussed with you, and was it difficult to understand the trial, and what kind of your emotions about deciding whether to do it or not to do it?
Now looking back, I don't even know, my husband and I laughed, like why were we even debating, you know? But everything was explained. I can't say enough about the Morris Cancer Center, and I know this is not what I'm here to do, but I had to do a lot of work to get here, and for the purpose of meeting a doctor. The first doctor and all the doctors that I saw, you know, was Dr. Parker. I saw her as a second opinion. She's the only doctor that assured me that we were going for a cure. And up until this point, I didn't think that was possible. So it just, the trust that I had in the Morris Cancer Center, they did a great job explaining. Obviously, my husband and I, you know, we go home and we're on the internet for like 50 hours every day and researching everything. So we did our bit of research too. There was, I think the only hesitation that we had was that my husband and I said, well, you know, we have to wait 10 days to start treatment, and we wanted to start treatment, you know, 2 days ago. So looking back, I mean, we did decide at the time that the benefits were outweighing the risks. Waiting 10 days isn't that bad. That's how we made our decision, and I wouldn't change a thing about what we did and how well everything is explained and the support that we received here at the Morris Cancer Center.
One question from Dr. Esserman.
So I just wanted to ask you if it was hard for you to come back at that 3-week point to have a biopsy, or was that, looking back, a pretty easy thing for you to
No,
do
and
too?
I don't know if it's my husband and I that are just so excited about the extra stuff that we've gotten. Like, oh, we get to have an extra MRI and biopsy. I don't know. It's not weird, but to us,
We're going to put your name on the
No,
door and have you go around the country.
to us, it seemed like a real benefit. I mean, we've known people who have had cancer. We know people that have died of cancer. We've been through treatments with people. And so we're going to get to, after 3 weeks, we get to see if this is working. I mean, who wouldn't want that? So that to me was a plus. So after 3 weeks, we get to see if it's shrunk. And guess what? After 3 weeks, I mean, I can say, right, my tumor shrunk over 50%.
From the I-SPY-1 data, that is the strongest predictor of a complete response. So,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for listening.